in the triangle, the lengths of sides related to another, blah, blah, blah. So we have seen this question before. So it says that if when we decreased a side, we will get new area, which is 64% of old area. This is the question. So the question is this: how many percent we decrease, how many percent we decrease this side? This is the question. Okay, to solve this, first of all, the area new is equal to 0.64 times area old. Let me write this equation. Okay, new area is equal to 64% of the old area. So just ratio area new is equal to area new over area old is equal to 0.64. Okay, till here I think there is no question. Now I will clean the right side. By writing the area formula, area is equal to 1/2 times base, which is here now S, times the other base or the altitude. That's it. So area is equal to S squared over 2. This is area old. I am saying that when we decrease the area some percent, how many I don't know. Now my S will be, let's call a side A, new side A. And what will be my new area? It will be 1/2 times base times another base, which is A squared over 2. So this is the old area. This is the new area. So area new, which is 1/2 times A squared, divided by area old, okay, 1/2 times S squared is equal to 0.64, which is 64 over 100. Now, 1/2 and 1/2, when we simplify, I can say that A over S to the power of 2 is equal to square root of 64 over 100. And then, if I take the square root of both sides, I said 64, and here, you know, there is square root. I will have A over S is equal to 8 over 10. Okay, now 10 was my original side length. 8 is new side length. Now the question is this: 8 is how many percent of number 10? 8 is how many percent of number 10? Now, how can I solve this question? 8 times x over 100 is equal to 10. Like this? No, not like that. How? Like this. 8 is how many percent times number 10? Am I clear? Like this? Yes, no? Or I have to multiply by something else? If I simplify, yeah, if I simplify and if I do cross product, 8 times 10, 8 times 10 is equal to x, which is 80%. So 8 is 80% of 10. I am writing 8 is 80% of number 10. So new side length is 80% of old side length. Now the question is this: how many percent we decreased? So it's clear that original is 100%. So new is 80%. That means we decrease 20%. This is the answer of the question. Check it, please, all the solution. I think it's clear now.
Mister, can you go up a bit?
Sorry?
Can you go up a bit? I want to see
Yes, sure.
Where's the 0 point? Yeah, okay, thank you. Just 1 second.
So area new, 64% of our area old. So area new divided by area old, 0.64. So the area formula, 1/2 times base times altitude, which is s square over 2. If the new side is a, this is the new side. So the area formula, a squared over 2. I know this ratio, all new one divided by the old one, result is 0.64, which is 64 over 100. So calculation, 1/2, 1/2 simplify. A to 2, S to 2, you know, A to N, B to N, we can write this A over B to the power of N. So it will be A over S to the power of 2, 64 over 100. When I take the square root both sides, simplify, A over S is equal to 64 will be 8, 100 will be 10. And then I said this one, old length, which is 10, new length, which is 8. So from 10 to 8, how many percent I should decrease? 20%. Why? 20% of 10 is equal to 8. But to do this mathematically, in practice, we can say in our mind, but mathematically, 8 is equal to x% of the original number, which is 10. When we do cross product, we got x is equal to 80%. So 8 is 80% of 10. So to get 8 from 100%, how many percent we decreased? To get 80%, we decrease only 20%. Why? 100 minus 20 is equal to 80%. To check this, 10 times 20% will be 2. So 10 is original number, 20% decrease is number 2. So 10 minus 2 is equal to 8. That means we are right. Okay. Think this one more time if it's not clear yet. Watch the video recorded lesson again. I'm sure that you will understand. Now, let's go. Okay, this question. Here there is one formula. Read the question, please. Question number 7 and 8 we will solve. This is one topic, probably in physics. It says that L is a formula 4 pi times d squared b, total amount of energy emitted by a star each second is called luminosity. I don't know how to pronounce this. Let's say luminosity L. So which is related to d, which is the distance in terms of meters away from the earth, and b is the brightness measured in watts per square meter by the formula above. Guys, in SAT, do not worry about these things. It's not important. This is your formula to find the L. Keep in your mind, okay? But what could it be important? 4 is 4, forget about it. Pi is pi, forget about it. D. What is D? Probably distance, but to be sure, just check the question. D is distance. B is something else. It says brightness. Okay, brightness. Now let's go down the question. If one star is 3 times as far away from the earth as another. So there is star A, there is star B. Okay, so far away from the earth, what is the definition? Look, D is the distance away from the earth. So I can say that one star is 3 times. So if I call this is just simple D, the other 3 times D. Is it okay? Read the definition again. What is D means? Read this. And then twice as bright. So if its bright is B, twice means 2 times B. Till here, I think no question. Its luminosity is how many times greater than the other one? If this is L1, if this is L2, question is L2 is how many times greater than L1? What is the relation between them? L2 is equal 2 times L1. L2 is equal 5 times L1, something like that. So we will find X. So use the formula. What is the formula? L2 is equal to 4 pi times D squared. What is D now? 3 times D. So 3 times D squared times B. What is B? 2B. Okay? And then this is equal to 4 pi times 9d squared times 2b, which is 4 times 2 times 9 times pi times b times d squared. Good. What about now other, the original one? It is clear. L1 is equal to 4 times the formula pi times, or you can write even here pi, 4 times pi times. Now what it says formula, D is now D squared, 4 times pi times D squared times B. Now this is L2, this is L1. If I divide L2 by L1, what will be? If I divide this means I mean this one with this one. If I divide them, let me copy. 4 times 2 times 9 times pi times b times d squared divided by 4 pi d squared b. So it's so simple that 4 pi d squared b b. So what is left? L2 divided by L1 is equal to 18. Cross product, L2 is equal to 18 times L1. So the question was this, L2, how many times of L1? L2, 18 times of L1. So the answer is D. Check the calculation. Which part you didn't understand? Tell me from the beginning. Samia, Abdullah, from the beginning. Okay. Tamam Samia, no problem. Fine. From the beginning. I sometimes explain lots of things, maybe you confused. Let me try to explain simply. Okay? The calculations, some of the calculations you can do in your mind. No need to write everything. Okay. The problem is this. We have one formula and we have to use this. This is given. And question number 7 and 8 use that formula. So question says this one. If one star is 3 times as far away from the Earth as another. So in English, what does it mean? If I say the first star, and if I say second star, or you can even change the position, not important, second, first, first, second. Okay, no, not important. But what is important? 3 times as far away from the Earth. Definition says that D, it is the distance away from Earth. So this is my case, 3 times away from Earth, 3 times away from Earth. So let me call this is D, and this is 3 times D, since it says 3 times, okay? And then it says that as twice bright, twice bright. What is twice means? It means 2 times. So if for the brightness I use B, so this will be twice, which is 2 times B. And then its luminosity, it means that L. So let me call this is L, L2. Okay, I just changed L1. It's L2 now, since second, L2. Its luminosity is how many times greater than the other one? So if I call this is L1, okay, what is the relation of L1 and L2? Or let's say, okay, relation between L1 and L2. Now, the formula is clear. L is equal to this. So I will use L1 equals 4 times pi times D squared. What is my D now? 3 times D. 3 times D squared times B. What is my B now? 2 times B. That's all. Now I am dividing this to L2. What is L2? 4 times pi times distance squared. So distance is D, distance squared, times brightness. So my brightness is B. How can I use this calculation? How can I continue? It will be now, look at please, 4, 4, pi, pi, B, this is B, B, B. What is left upper part? 3D squared times 2 divided by D squared. So what is 3D squared? 3D squared means 3 squared times D squared. We know this. Why we know this? AB to the power of N is equal to AN times BN. Let me write AB to the power of n is equal to an times bn. So this will be 3 squared times d squared times 2 over d squared. So this is d squared, this is d squared. When I calculate L1 over L2, this is equal to 3 to the power of 2, 9, 9 times 2, 18. So L1 over L2 is 18. It means L1 is 18 times L2, cross product. So question is, how many times greater? L1, how many times greater than L2? 18 times greater. So result is 18. Check it now, calculations or the things.
Mr. 3 square is 18. I mean, 3 square is 8. You times it
3
by
square is 3 square is 9,
9.
and there is times 2, so which is 18.
Oh, okay, I confused with another thing.
Mister, just one question. Where did that 3 come from? That 3 times d square.
One more time.
That 3, where did it come from?
This one,
Yes.
from the question, let's look. 1 star is 3 times
Oh,
as far as other.
okay.
Tamam? How it comes to be from the question, twice right. Okay or not now? Okay. Passing. Let me pass, or still there is problem? And normally, how can I solve this question? I'm just explaining to you. For that reason, I done lots of things. Normally, how can I solve this question? Simply this. L, sorry. L is depending of what? L depends of only D and B. Why? 4 is numbered, 4 is numbered. I mean, 4 and pi fixed things. It doesn't change the new area, new volume, new blah, blah, blah. The constant number doesn't change anything. What changed? Only variables. So in the first case, D square and B. In the second case, D is being triple, so 3D square, and B is being twice 2B. I just write this one to solve the question. That's it in my mind. These and this simplify, so this will be 9D squared times 2 over D squared. Simplify, so 18. Finished. You should solve lots of questions. If you solve lots of questions, you will be familiar. Only 1, 2, 3 questions, not enough. Minimum 20 questions if you solve related with this topic, okay, you can get more Excel, you can understand better. So the resources I send you, there are lots of tests there. There are lots of books. I mean, McGraw-Hill books, and also different resource, 6 different SAT tests. Whenever you have time, just look at them. So don't look at all the questions. Think what we studied together. Radical numbers, exponential numbers, ratio, proportion. These are being first 4 questions, first 6 questions, something like that. Okay, let's go now. Normally, I plan to explain today rates. No problem, we are going. It's better to understand, not passing directly without understanding. It's not good, slowly. Mr. We need more questions in a day on Padlet. Okay, Usama, inshallah. But the Padlet, whatever, one more time. My concern is this, dear students. If you are studying somewhere for SAT, and if you see one question which is difficult for you, just put it there. It's not related with Panda, not related with this PDF we are studying. Any other resources, no problem. Put it there so I can solve it, and you and your friends can see the solution, question and solution. And I'm thinking, actually, to be honest, inshallah, I will find a time. These specific questions I will solve by using I will write a video. I will take a video for this, and I will upload to the YouTube, and I will share the link. So you can look at the YouTube, so you can see directly these extra question solutions. And if we finish this Panda book before the school closes, okay, I will take real SAT questions from the past, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 10 years ago, whatever. And from the first to the last, we will go. Just we will solve the questions. Since you will know every topics, you will not need anything extra, okay? Direct, I will start the question and I will solve it. Mr. Question number 8. What is the question number 8? I didn't understand. Hi, this is, sorry, I forget. Question number 8. Tamam. Let's solve it. It's easy now. It's not difficult. What is chat screen? Is it possible 800 out of 800? Yes, that is possible, but very difficult. 700 you can take, 720 you can take. It's not difficult. But 800 out of 800, it's a little bit difficult since time problem. Timing is problem. Stress in the exam, it's another problem. But I have seen my ex-students, 780, 790, they have taken. Just making practice, nothing is special. Okay? I got 770 my last time. MashaAllah, Ömer. Perfect. If you got 770, you don't need this lesson. You don't need to come, really. Just solve question. Take a book or PDF. Solve question as much as possible. Inshallah. But again, to get better, just question you should solve. This lesson must be simple for you. Just take a paper, resources, and solve it. To the Padlet, put your question which you don't understand so I can solve it and help you like that. Okay, anyway, let's continue now. Astronomers see two equally bright stars, star A and star B. So star A, star B, let me say, in the sky, but luminosity of star A is, be careful now, luminosity. Okay, let's say luminosity of the star A. Let's call this is LA. Okay, you can say L1, L2, no matter. LA is 1/9. When you see is in the word problems, put equal sign. When you see is, put equal sign. So this is equal what? 1/9, which means 1/9 of the luminosity of B, which is LB. Okay, this is the first step. LA 1/9 of the LB. Good. And then the distance, blah, blah. The distance from star A from Earth is what fraction? Be careful. Fraction. What does it mean, fraction? A over B. This is called fraction. The distance of star A, so let me call dA. So this is dB. Fraction of the distance B. That's simple. What is the question? dA over dB. That's it. This is the question. Am I clear? This is the question. Did you understand? Read it, please. Read this part. If it's clear, I want to continue. In the chat, 1 minute. Can I repeat? Repeat what? Okay, one more time, repeat. Is this okay? LA is equal to 1 over 9 LB? Yes or no? In the chat screen, ask me. Okay. Yes, okay. Now the question says this one. The distance of star A. So what is the distance of star A? I don't know. Let me call dA. Distance of star A from the Earth is what fraction of the distance of star B from Earth? So distance star B from the Earth, dB, I am saying. It says that dA is what fraction of dB? It means that what is dA over dB? Or first, let's find relation between two distances. How can I find? My dear students, formula is here. That's it. We have to use this formula. Chat screen. Okay. Now, formula is this. Let us write the formula. LA. What is LA? 4 times pi times d squared. What is d? dA now. So dA squared times b. Is there any other b? No, b is b. It doesn't say anything. Equals 1 over 9, since it says at the beginning, LB. What is LB? Same formula. 4 times pi times d. So what is the dB? Square times b. Now, when you look at this equation, if there is something in common in the right and in the left, cancel out. 4, 4, pi, pi, b, b. What is left? dA squared is equal to 1 over 9 times dB squared. That's it. This is the question. Why? The question was, let us read together. The distance of star A, which is dA, what fraction of distance of star B? So it is here. Where was it? Distance A. How about this is squared? 1 minute. 1 minute. dA squared, 1 over 9 fraction of dB squared. So if you take both sides square root, what will be? I mean, I need only dA. So dA squared in square root 1 over 9 times dB squared in square root. These and this dA, 1 over 9 will be 1/3, dB will be dB. So dA is 1/3 fraction of dB. dA is 1/3 of dB. Do I have 1/3? I have 1/3. Be careful, there is also 1 over 9. So, but this is to the power of 2. Question doesn't ask its power 2. Question asks only distance dA, what fraction of dB. So this is the answer of the question. That's good, 1/3. Where did you get 1 over 9? I get the 1 over 9 here. It is given. 1/9. What does it mean in English? 1/9. 1/9. It means that 1 numerator, this dash means division, and this is denominator. For example, 2/3. What does it mean? 2 is up, division third is down. 1/5. 1/5. What does it mean? 1 is up, 1 is up. Denominator is 5. Okay, so 1/9 means this. Okay now?